There is a person who always says yes, who smiles when they want to cry, who remembers everyone's birthday, everyone's coffee order, everyone's burdens, but forgets their own name in the quiet moments. You've met them. Maybe you are them. The one who stays late so others can leave early. The one who apologizes for having needs. The one whose "I'm fine" is so practiced it almost sounds like the truth. Beneath the gentle surface lies a quiet tragedy. A childhood that taught them love must be earned. And the quickest way to earn it is to disappear. This is the psychology of a people pleaser. And to understand it, we must begin not with a definition, but with a moment. Imagine a little girl in a house where anger is loud and love is quiet. She learns early that when she speaks her truth, the room gets smaller. When she cries, the warmth leaves her mother's eyes. When she wants something just for herself, she's told she's selfish. So she adapts. She becomes small, soft, agreeable. She smiles when she's scared. She helps when she's hurting. She learns the safest place to hide is inside someone else's approval. Now fast forward 20 years. That girl is a woman now. She has friends who call her the best listener. She has a partner who never has to ask twice. She has a calendar full of obligations she volunteered for. But at night, when the house is quiet, she feels hollow. A life full of yes and almost no memories of what she actually wanted. Here's what almost no one understands. People pleasers aren't trying to control you. They're trying to control the chance that you'll leave. At the nervous system level, people pleasing is fawn, the forgotten fourth trauma response. Fight, flight, freeze, and then fawn. I'll make myself so useful, so pleasant, so invisible, that you'll never have a reason to hurt me. It was brilliant survival as a child. It becomes heartbreaking repetition as an adult. Society loves to reward it. We call them sweet, reliable, such a good friend. We never ask why they're always tired, why every no feels like a moral failure, why resentment simmers beneath every forced smile. Because the truth is brutal. People pleasers don't actually want to please everyone. They want to be loved. They want to be safe. And for years they were taught that those two things only come when you erase yourself. Where does it start? Almost always in childhood. Not always dramatic abuse. Sometimes it's quieter, more insidious. A parent who only lit up when the child performed. A home where emotions were too much. A caregiver who leaned on the child to regulate their own moods. The message sinks in young. My needs are inconvenient. My anger is dangerous. My sadness is a burden. So they disown those parts. They become the helper, the peacemaker, the easy one. And in return, they get to stay. They get to belong. But it's conditional belonging. Belonging to a mask. As adults, the pattern repeats. They attract people who love the convenience. Friends who vent for hours but never ask, how are you, really? Partners who lean on their endless giving, but vanish the moment a boundary appears. And so the well slowly empties. Until one day they wake up feeling like a stranger to themselves. No strong opinions. No clear desires. Just a long list of things they did for other people. But something begins to crack. The exhaustion becomes unbearable. The resentment leaks out in tiny, ashamed bursts. A voice, small, rusty, long silenced, finally whispers, I want something for me. That whisper is terrifying, because their entire identity was built on not wanting. Healing is not about becoming selfish. It's about becoming honest. It starts small, painfully small, saying, I can't tonight, and surviving the silence that follows. Not texting back immediately and noticing the world doesn't end. Asking for what you need without 3 paragraphs of apology. Every time you do it, the nervous system flinches. Old programming screams, they'll leave, you'll be alone. But you stay, you breathe, you survive the discomfort, and slowly, the body begins to learn. Safety is no longer tied to self-sacrifice. Safety can live inside self-honoring. Yes, there will be grief. You'll mourn the years spent performing. You'll grieve friendships that were transactions. You'll feel the ache of all the times you weren't there for yourself. But in that grief is space. Space for anger that's allowed. Joy that isn't earned. Needs that aren't crimes. To the recovering people pleaser watching this, you were never weak. You were never fake. You were surviving the only way you knew how. You are allowed to disappoint people. You are allowed to be misunderstood. You are allowed to be disliked, if it means being real. You are not responsible for anyone else's emotions. Say it again. You are not responsible for anyone else's emotions. You can love. You can care. You can show up, but not at the cost of abandoning yourself. The guilt will come. It always does. It's not proof you did something wrong. It's just history trying to pull you back. Feel it, and keep going anyway, because on the other side of that fear is something revolutionary. A life where you are the main character, not the supporting role, not the emotional airbag, the main character. The world does not need more people who shrink. It needs more people who dare to take up space, who say no without apology, who rest without earning it, who love without disappearing. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be loved by everyone. You just have to be loved by yourself, and by the few who can love the unedited version of you. That is enough. It always has been. If this resonated with you, drop a quiet "I'm trying" in the comments and hit the subscribe button for more psychology videos. You're not alone on this road. We're walking it together.